not thankful for my tripod until I actually need my tripod, because for right now my tripod is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. Like, this brings me back so many memories of me as a kid getting a chair, putting a stack of books on it, and placing my iPhone there. Hello everyone, welcome to a new video today. I'm at the beach right now. I know you probably don't see it. I was going to actually film on the beach, but then I remembered it's November and it's freaking cold outside. Here's the aesthetic. Here's film of beach to let you all know that I'm at the beach, so you know. Today I wanted to have a discussion video about a video that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. You guys on Twitter seemed very into it. We'll see if you are actually into it once I upload this. But I wanted to discuss why YA Mermaid Books Fail. I've been trying to find a good mermaid book for YA, and there is none. Before you all go, Julia, isn't your favorite book of the year like To Kill a Kingdom, which is like literally a Little Mermaid retelling? Yes, but that book's about sirens. I'm talking about mermaids. I'm talking about the ones that do not sing to you and stuff like that. But let's just start on the fact, if you have any mermaid book recommendations, please tell me. It just surprises me that no mermaid book has really gotten like the stamina of like werewolf books, vampire books, alien books. Aliens? Seriously are beating mermaids in YA? Now, I went into 3 categories with why I feel like mermaid books fail in YA. Let's go into our first problem. Characters. I want you to name one character from a mermaid novel. Any character. Anyone come to mind? No, because they're all forgettable. With vampires, you have Edward. With aliens, you have Damien. There's no one you can even think of. In all mermaid books I've read, there has been no character that stands out. Most YA mermaid books are usually filled with boring-ass white teenagers that have no personality whatsoever, except for side characters that are actually more interesting than them. Do authors that write mermaid YA just forget about giving their character a personality, a backstory, nice qualities? And no, clumsiness does not count. After Stephanie Meyer made Bella, everyone decided that clumsiness was a personality trait, which it's not. From all the mermaid books I've read, there's only been a few characters that I find interesting, and of course, those aren't the main characters. There's a book that I read a long time ago, I forget what the title is because it sucked, probably one of the worst mermaid books I've read. There was a side character who was gay and was the best freaking character. Do you know how much screen time he got? Nothing. If you can't differ between the love interest and the main character, Allegiant, then you have terrible characters. You can't do that. You have to have something that stands them out. You have to have likable characters. You have to have someone keep the plot going and have the reader interested. If you don't have that, then what's your story? Who are the characters that you're gonna care for? Here's to our second part of this video. Plot. Usually in all YA mermaid books, there are no plots, because I guess the author threw that out the window. Either it's some high school drama, love triangle bullshit, or just like nothing, none of that. Up Poseidon. Girl finds that she's half mermaid and falls in love with a mermaid prince. That's it. Everblue. Merman is sent away from his human friend that is probably his love interest. I think that's it. Aquamarine. I don't think there is a plot. 2 best friends deal with a mermaid? Is that the plot of it? The movie gave it more of a plot than the actual book. Like, you have mermaids. There's a fantasy world. There's magic. There's so much you can do. Most of the time, mermaid books have no overarching plot. If you know a fantasy world exists and you're a part of the human world, there is going to be consequences. You have to keep secrets from your friends, your family. You have to keep secrets from the government. There is consequences and problems for knowing these sort of things, which I didn't get from like any of those books, and also other ones. Now, if a mermaid book fully exists in the fantasy world, if there is no human world, it's high fantasy, but you have no plot, that is a huge problem. There has to be something. There has to be an evil witch. They have to find some secret stone to save their kingdom. Something is better than nothing. You can't just have certain things happening. There has to be an overarching plot. There has to be a problem. Did you all learn the plot thing? Third part. World. Now, in some mermaid books, the world is actually pretty interesting, but the problem arises is that sometimes the author will give more spotlight to the main characters that are, again, boring-ass people, but give no explanation of the world. You have all of this creative, either the author's mind or mythologies that you have right there. We want to know all about that world. We we think that's the best part of the book. But then you go and you look at the characters and the author's like, you know what, these characters might suck, but I want to focus on them. No. If you have boring ass characters that aren't that interesting, you want to focus on the world. Now what happens when you have likable characters for a boring ass world? Focus on the characters. Like, personally, in the first draft, you should make the world interesting and both the world and the characters interesting, but if you have none of that, focus more on the characters. I'll give an example. Coral by Sarah Ella. I don't really want to explain this book because I thought I was going in for something and I got something else that I didn't want. I wanted more about the world of the mermaid. It was just a full explanation dump in the beginning, which I don't like, by the way. So that is it for my problems with YA mermaid books. I haven't read a lot, so like, that's also why this video is short, because I have no examples of that. But if you have one that is really good, that is not To Kill a Kingdom, because I'm really slowly thinking about rereading To Kill a Kingdom just to deal with this, please comment it. Give me the deets. I need something to deal with. Thank you all for watching this video. Bye.